Judi Morio, the ultimate achievement coach. As an international business leader and entrepreneur, Judi Morio knows firsthand what it takes to be successful because of the political, social, and cultural differences she has experienced. Judi was an American executive employed by one of South Africa's most prestigious corporations, driving the way to global re-entry at the time of the abolition of apartheid.
Emma lived in a black township, and at that time the township people were not allowed to come into the white neighborhoods unless they had a pass on their body, because they had all this separateness going on that was cruel and awful. And Timba used to ride in this taxi to work. Now, a taxi in South Africa is a combi. It's one of those van type things that seats about 6 or 8 people. Only they usually shove about 12 or 16 in it to get around town there. And sometimes they had taxi wars about who would go in what area and so on. And Timba was a girl that had a little bit of a nasty attitude anyway, and I used to talk to her about her attitude and say, you know, you need to look at people differently and deal with people who are different than you are. And this particular morning, she'd taken the taxi to work, and she came in and she sits down. She says, "Miss Morio, I think you saved my life today." I said, "Why?" And she said, "Well, I went to get in a taxi, and the taxi driver looked at me and he said, 'Not you, I don't like your face. You can't get in a taxi.'" So she said, "Normally I would have said, 'Oh yeah,' and I would have just gotten in. But I could hear your voice saying, you know, sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war." She said, and I kept hearing that. And I thought, okay, and I stepped back and another lady got in my place. She said, just as we were coming into town, that taxi was in front of the taxi I got in, and that taxi, somebody shot at it and it rolled over, and the lady who was sitting in the seat where I would have been sitting was killed. And she said, it's because I changed my attitude and I stepped back.
Judi Morio co-founded Turning Point International, Inc. in South Africa, and 3 years later returned to the United States and opened additional offices in Las Vegas, Nevada. For the past 3 decades, she and her team have helped organizations, big and small, in 29 countries around the world to generate millions in additional revenue. She is the author of 14 books, including 2 international bestsellers, Ignite the Spark, 52 Creative Ways to Boost Productivity, and You Are More Than Enough, Every Woman's Guide to Purpose, Passion, and Power. She is the creator and publisher of the Life Choices book series and Choices magazine, as well as the host of the Life Choices television show. This year, Turning Point International was named to the Business Hall of Fame, and Judi Morio was one of the 3 women worldwide to receive a Her Story Award from the Women's Federation for World Peace. Other awards that have been bestowed upon her include the Nevada Business Person of the Year from the U.S. Business Advisory Council, Women of Achievement, Entrepreneur from the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce, and the Outstanding Achievement and Public Service Award from the American Women in Radio and Television. Judi has influenced countless business leaders worldwide and is often invited to speak for some of the most prestigious organizations and at some of the largest conferences in the world on the issues of change, cultural diversity, and customer retention. She is one of less than 10% of the speakers in the world who has earned the prestigious Certified Speaking Professional designation from the National Speakers Association. Judi's unique ability to combine her extensive knowledge and expertise with the inspiration of a motivational speaker and the humor of an entertainer allows her to create memorable and lasting impact.
Oh, you know, what about those candy companies that make these? They say this is a fun bar. Now, I mean, think about this. This is a fun bar. It even says fun bar right on it. Fun bar. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, this is a fun bar. Isn't this a fun bar? Yeah, I think this is definitely a lot more fun.
Her ability to influence and motivate people is unparalleled. If you are ready for the best, you won't find anyone better than Judi Morio. She has the experience, knowledge, and communication skills to ensure your success.